What is up, guys? It's the Nightwing at Way of Life Esports coming at you guys with another League of Legends video here today. This is going to be the LCS 2021 mid-season showdown, round 1, second best of 5, which is Cloud9 taking on 100 Thieves. So as you guys already know, last year in the LCS 2020 spring split, Cloud9 faced 100 Thieves with Ryoma and they completely destroyed them. Then, in the LCS 2021 locking tournament, 100 Thieves faced Cloud9 in the knockout stage, and Cloud9 had to reverse sweep 100 Thieves in order to win. Later on, during the LCS 2021 regular split, Cloud9 2-0 to 100 Thieves. The first game was pretty close. It was definitely back and forth. The second game was not close at all. And then now you get to this matchup right here. We're going to have this weekend on Sunday. And looking at Cloud9 and 100 Thieves, it seems like the trajectory of these teams has drastically switched compared to what we saw at the beginning of this year. Yeah. So, because actually, if these teams actually had stayed the same, I would have actually picked 100 Thieves to win this. But that didn't happen because 100 Thieves actually swapped out Demonte. And they were playing Ryoma.
Yeah, they've been on a downward trend since about midway through the spring split, and Cloud9 has been trending upwards. Now, I don't know if you could be trending upwards, you know, losing a lead in first place. I don't know, it's really weird, but here we are. You know what I mean?
Hey, they dropped a game to CLG. That's just...
I mean, yeah, they did. I mean, here's the thing: give CLG credit. It's not like they waited for Cloud9 to make a mistake. CLG just, you know, played well for a game. Congratulations, guys.
Hey, to be fair, the first game Cloud9 put against CLG was close too. That could have went either way. It's one of those things where it's like, you know what? I'll take this.
Maybe CLG just plays really hard about Cloud9 because they're salty about taking their spot as TSM's rivals. The
issue here with 100 Thieves,
and
I'm not trying to scapegoat them into this position, but it's not honestly just the mid lane. I think Closer hasn't had the best split either.
But, no, he's definitely had a down year.
But the bot lane for 100 Thieves is still pretty strong. I agree. I think their bot lane, individually, I don't think... Okay, so I think FBI is the best AD carry this season, this split. He's the best one. I don't think Sven is super far behind him at all. Sven's probably like, second, third? That's not too bad anyway.
Yeah, second. And he's not even second by that far of a margin. But FBI is the best playing AD carry this split, and Hooney's playing really well. Those two people, Hooney and FBI, are going to be the reason 100 Thieves can even be in this series, in my opinion, honestly. And Someday, but here's the thing. Someday usually gets leads, but it seems like whenever they win, it's not because Someday gets a massive lead, right? It's because their bot lane just takes over a game.
I think that would come down to mispriority on who to actually play through. Like, there was, I think, a few games where Someday was in really nice, advantageous positions, and they didn't even choose to play through him. So I think it might be a team cohesion thing where they're like, okay, if he's going to be super dominant on his own, then Closer's probably thinking to himself, where else do I play through? Whereas Cloud9, it's going to be a little bit harder for them to, I think, at a best of 5, show their true strength, because when you have Fudge, and more or less so, he's going to be probably losing to Someday, generally, give or take the matchup.
Sure.
You know, Fudge might overperform for the day, but Fudge generally has been the weakest player for Cloud9 this year so far, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, Cloud9 has all-star players pretty much down the board except for Fudge. I mean, anybody who's going to be like league replacement is going to be your worst player. You could I could say if Impact was on Cloud9, I would say, well, Impact's clearly the worst player on Cloud9.
Hey, don't disrespect my boy Top Die like that.
Dude, Top Die is my boy. I'm just saying Cloud9 is a carefully constructed, super team.
Now, looking at how many times Fudge and Someday have played against each other, if you're just going from top to bot, like we did with the TSM versus Team Liquid match prediction that I did earlier, I mean, Someday automatically wins. Like, he's not lost any bits of Fudge at all. But
it really depends how hard can he win.
That's true.
That thing is, if he only like gets out of lane up 25 to 30 CS with no kills and he doesn't take a tower, that's not good enough.
We're probably talking like if in draft phase, if they really want to play through someday as a key win condition, you have to factor in they're gonna pick like Jace or someone like who else would they pick?
Or Renekton. Oh, they pick Renekton,
Aurelia, Nilly. Yeah. Camille, holy shit. Imagine Fudge getting stopped by his Camille. Holy shit. It's gonna be a shit show up there.
Here's the thing though. They could always just pick Sion for Fudge. Because you pick Sion,
reliable. Sion's reliable.
It doesn't even matter if he gets smashed. Because here's the thing, he has a pseudo teleport almost in his R, right? So you can keep going back to base to heal and buy items and come back with your R. And because of grasp and just your health stacking, you're going to be strong by the mid late game anyway. It doesn't matter how well you do.
So when you're looking at the top side, you're giving it to someday, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm just saying, him just winning though
is not going to be enough.
It's not good enough. He needs to absolutely send Fudge back to Oceania in a bot.
I thought you were going to say you're going to send him back to the Shadow Realm where he belongs in the depths of NA solo queue.
Yeah, he's gonna banish him to the Shadow Realm for all our PG viewers.
Now, one thing against Cloud9 that I want to bring up for the viewers out there that are probably gonna be like, "Oh my god, they're just ragging on 100 Thieves." No, C9 and a lot of their mid games have looked pretty shaky. Like the game they played against 100 Thieves at the beginning of the split looked really that looked super one-sided to a certain point where Cloud9 were throwing out a dragon, 100 Thieves were coming back into the game. It was actually just a miracle they won that game anyway because of what Blabber and Fudge actually. So I personally think if 100 Thieves can get the idealistic draft they want, but even at that point, they've been getting their idealistic drafts for weeks, actually. They kind of draft the exact same thing every single time. Just in different variations. But my issue with Cloud9 is, if Sven does one of those things that Sven's been doing in the bot lane, which was, consistently sometimes playing way too aggressive and obviously not anticipating that he's going to get ganked, the bot lane starts to lose.
He's getting reckless with Big Daddy Vulcans off to make plays elsewhere. Yeah, I agree. He needs to tone it back, especially when he's by himself. He has been doing that a little bit too much, and it's what's keeping him from being the best in the league.
Now you have the jungle position, Closer versus Blabber. I'm pretty sure goes to Blabber.
Not even with Blabber going full bronze mode a couple times the past couple weeks, I don't know what was going on. I forget what game they're playing when he went in 1v3 with Lilia. Just out of nowhere. Just went in for no reason. I have no idea what was going on there.
Now
maybe
Blabber,
he was having an aneurysm or something.
Blabber has made some mistakes. Obviously, when they faced CLG the second time around, when they got a pick onto Finn, they went to Baron. He completely ghosted in and whiffed a Hecarim ult in front of a Tristana. He's had...
it was Hecarim, yeah.
Then you also have the matchup where he lost to Spica when he's 3 levels ahead of him. So there is the... So there is the added aspect that Blabber, if ahead, there's this point in the game where he could potentially throw it. Closer...
he could. He's done it a couple times, but I would still, if he's ahead... 99% of the time he's gonna lock that out.
The problem with Closer is he's looked traditionally worse this split. I think he's just having a worse split. I think he's a downward trajectory.
He's just having he's not a sophomore, is he? At least in NA.
In NA standards, yes.
Yeah, he's a sophomore. Sophomore slump. He's just having a down year. Sometimes that happens. It's tactical. It's tactical.
Yeah.
Do you really think tactical is as bad as he's been playing this year? I don't think so.
No.
I think he's just having a down year.
I think the issue when it comes to Closer is he looks super good on certain champions to the fullest extent. Like back in the LCS 2021 lock-in tournament. Remember when he would play Nidalee and Lillian and just destroy the game? He doesn't look like that on other champions. He looks like that on specific champions. And people are going to say, well, isn't that the meta? Well, there are certain players in League, a good majority of them, that can play meta champions to the fullest extent, but there's other players that play meta champions to the fullest extent, but they'll struggle on other champions. Like Closer on Olaf does not look that good. Just Blabber on Lillian doesn't look good. Blabber looks better on something like Udyr.
Yeah, or you look at blabber on Olaf, and literally the entire League of Legends community has decided that he's not allowed to play that champion.
Hecarim's over here like ghosting away victories and shit.
Yeah, it's like, no, if we I just wish, God, do you think 100 Thieves makes the mistake of giving Blabber Olaf one time in this best of 5?
But the issue here is that if you give over Olaf to Cloud9, 100 Thieves can't. Well, because you factor in this. It's one of those draft what?
Yeah,
those draft. What do you call? What's the word I'm looking for?
Draft strategy. You give away Olaf
yeah.
to get a power pick in return that you really want for a strategy.
But who
right?
on this team?
Yeah, who do you
Someday,
want? Yeah, who do you want?
Who besides Someday and FBI that needs power picks? But you need power picks to win.
Yeah. I'm guessing you give. I guess Cloud9 has first pick. I guess, right?
They're gonna be on blue side. I don't know. Oh well,
yeah.
Hypothetical, right? If you're taking away, this is for all the new people out there. When in terms of drafting. If you get a power pick, if you give something away. But if you put closer on Olaf, shown by stats, I don't like to use stats, obviously, but hey, if you're going to use them, he doesn't really do much on Olaf. He kind of just farms. No. He doesn't gank at all.
Yeah, so it's not even like if they don't pick it with a first pick, you can pick it away, right?
Yeah,
you can't even do that.
Because you're not getting an advantage from that. You're literally just picking it because you have to take it away because it's like, wait a minute, well, fuck, my guy can't play this well, but hey, it's better than giving up a power pick on the second rotation.
Yeah. God, I just don't think you can do it because you almost give Cloud9 I'd say an 80% win chance.
Because you would have to save your blind pick for someday because you want him to be always in a winning position. I think you save your top lane and your ADC pick till second rotation and pick for mid support and jungle. That's what I would do.
Yeah. Just ban the Olaf, because here's the thing: if you left Olaf over, you also jeopardize all of your winning lanes because that gives Blabber impunity to have power picks.
That's also true.
That power ganks.
And so I would personally, this is not biased, guys. I'm going with Blabber. Recently, Blabber's just been playing pretty well, and Closer, he's a good jungler, and I want to see him play better in this best of 5. I think he'll look better in a best of 5. But if you're taking just recency and just the whole split, I think Blabber's been playing a lot better. So I'm giving the jungle matchup to Cloud9. The mid lane matchup, honestly, guys, let's be honest here. It doesn't matter who the fuck 100 Thieves plays. Damonte, Ryoma, Showmaker, Caps, Rookie, doesn't matter. Perks is just God. Not just fucking rich, guys. Okay, so mid lane matchup is going to be Ryoma versus Perks. Now, Perks has shown in lane he can be a little bit. I don't care if he's cocky. Personally, I don't give a shit. But he has shown when he thinks he's facing someone just so much worse than him, he'll play so cocky that he's really, really susceptible to ganks, and that can also, throw off Cloud9's trajectory. S? Oh, we're not starting it, dude.
Oh, shit, my bad.
Oh, you're good, man. Well,
you can hit that up.
Well, okay. No, this is fucking. Fucking just leave it all in. So,
okay.
Back to what I was saying. So, Perks has shown in the mid lane that he has been consistently sometimes overthinking how strong he is at a certain point. He's not been respecting ganks very well, though he doesn't get gapped in lane. He's actually been playing in lane. If you just look at him in lane, he's actually been playing pretty strong. Yeah, he's actually playing pretty good. So
because his problem, he just gives zero respect to literally anybody he plays. No respect.
The thing is that if 100 Thieves can punish Perks' over aggressive tendencies, that's something they can use to their advantage. But then again, is a player like Ryoma and Closer strong enough as a 2v2 to actually, overpower Blabber and Perks? That's the thing. Is Ryoma can be stable mage player, but the issue here is having a stable mage player means that Perks is going to have a field day on him in terms of how they're laning, because just by pure laning wise, since we've been watching these games, I assume most of you guys have watching this, Perks is just better than Ryoma. He's even better than Damonte. The fact that he picked LeBlanc into Azir, and then after that game, they literally benched Damonte. It's one of those things where last year with Cloud9, Niski gapped Ryoma, and Niski's not even the best mid laner. Well, he was at that current moment in time, but overall, if he's getting gapped by Niski, how bad is Perks gonna beat him? It's just that bad,
Yeah. And here's the thing: we're talking about this. 100 Thieves mid laner is probably the worst mid laner in the league, or bottom 2. Doesn't matter. like if they put Ryoma out there, they're putting out probably one of the worst mid laners in the league against a guy who I would only say maybe PoE has looked better this season.
Also
I would
true,
say
yeah.
PoE. Yeah, PoE's looked better, but other than him, I wouldn't take any other NA mid laner over Perks.
So in the mid lane, I'm pretty sure just get Perks whatever he wants. It really doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Unless they're severely camping him mid, and if he just is not going to control his over aggressive tendencies, then 100 Thieves does have a chance of winning a few games. But then again, that didn't help them in the last game they faced. It just didn't help them at all. Like Perks was just styling over him. So the mid lane position, I'm gonna give that to Perks actually. Looking at the bot lane,
Same
so
here.
if you want to compare the AD carries, I still have FBI over Sven this split. I think he's been playing fantastic.
Oh yeah.
But Sven,
Oh yeah.
Sven's not that bad himself. He's still the second best ADC.
Yeah. Here's the thing, and this matchup, it's really hard because I say FBI easy is the better AD carry,
But then
in this
Vulcan
matchup, right?
is better than Huhi.
And here's the thing, I don't want to talk shit about Huhi because Huhi's also played better, but here's the thing, Vulcan is just insane. Vulcan has been absolutely insane this split.
The issue with Huhi is that when he was on like set support or Morg or I think one of the champion like Nautilus or some shit, right? He looked really good. It's one of those things I brought up with Closer earlier, where it was like, okay, he looks really good on like 3 champions, but the other ones are just average. And I think in this series, you have to have Huhi step up a little bit more than Vulcan to have the 2v2 winning. But now overall, I think FBI and Huhi are a solid 2v2 that can definitely win. The issue here is, if you're comparing just bot lanes, and you're comparing just matchup to matchup, there's not really an edge here. It's pretty much, honestly, just even. Honestly, this is just even, I think.
Oh, the bot lane? Yeah, this is the most interesting matchup in this bot lane matchup is the most interesting matchup of the entire series.
Depends on which champions you give them. I think personally, if you're gonna pick Caitlyn Morg, God,
yeah, here's
Caitlyn Morg for Zen.
The junglers are gonna have a huge influence on this matchup.
But then also Blabber's gonna have a problem too, because if we saw how they played against 100 Thieves, like Blabber, he's going to have to defend Fudge against someday. Like he's done it every single time they faced. So that is going to take away Blabber from the bot lane. That's going to be an issue. But if Fudge is just stable and they give him a champion like Sion or Gragas, Sion, Gragas, Gangplank, then that opens up Blabber to obviously, go bot lane.
Or you could get a creative and maybe give Perks somebody who can roam, a lot, like maybe an Aurelia. Yeah, or an Aurelia. or an Akali.
Also true.
Yeah, give him something that wants to roam out, something to snowball the bot lane. I don't know. You can get real creative with this, but I actually think this will be a good series. I think it's gonna be 3-1 Cloud9.
You don't think it's gonna be 5 games like last time?
No. It's gonna be 3-1 Cloud9, but all of the games will be at least close until 20 minutes.
That's true. Because 100 Thieves, actually, they have, the longest average game time? So when they're ahead, they don't necessarily close out. That's the thing. Like, Cloud9 has shown when they get a lead, they close out. They also have been shown to have mid-game mistakes and charging in at certain moments where you're not supposed to be charging in, like the game against CLG where Wild Turtle got the pentakill kill, Blabber went in way too soon, and it gave over the game back to CLG. So in terms of what FBI and Huhi need to do, if FBI is on something like a Kaisa and Huhi is on something like, who's the supports now, like Nautilus, I think just going even in the bot lane's fine. In order to Rel, oh my god, Rel's so strong, dude. Holy shit.
Rel is stupid. So they look at Leona and went, how can we do this but better?
Let's make Sejuani, but a support champion.
Well, it's crazy because Leona's also meta. Because they're like, Rel's banned, so I guess we pick Leona here.
And with that, that's pretty much it. In terms of drafting, it's really hard to predict for that. 100 Thieves generally tries to have carry top, early to how would I say this? Like more of a Nidalee, Lillian, Udyr, Olaf. They're in the meta right now. People are still kind of picking Graves, but then again, Blabber's shown he can play Hecarim. Jungle is just going to be dependent on what they're trying to give them to have a stabilized early game. Then also mid lane, I don't really think you could really give Ryoma anything that'll just be better than what Perse is gonna bring. Like Perse literally picked LeBlanc into Azir because he knew he was going to beat him. That's one of those things where it's like, I don't think they can do anything to win mid lane. Now bot lane,
no.
If the bot lane can win or even at least go even, that's going to be a big portion of a nice thing you want to take away from 100 Thieves if you want to win the series. But I'm having Cloud9 win 3-1. I think 100 Thieves can surprise everyone, win a game. It's like this series it's like the series where it goes like, yeah, I win game 1. Oh yeah, it gives all the 100 Thieves fans hope. No, I think Cloud9 will end up just winning the thing. 3-1. But the next matchup is going to be spicy. Imagine if Cloud9 and TSM face each other in that winner's bracket.
Oh my god. And then, hold on, and then they send them down to the losers, and then they meet again in the finals.
Oh, give me all the Cloud9 versus TSM Riot can offer.
Dude, it's the hypest matchup, despite the fact that TL has been the better team for the past, 3 years? Like, you just want to see Cloud9 versus TSM.
Someone said the rivalry is not there. It's like you don't go on. You're just not paying attention to literally the world. Every time Cloud9 versus TSM face each other, like viewership not only peaks, everyone it's literally like KT versus SKT, GC versus Fnatic.
No, it's all people want to talk about. Cloud9 fans, if they win, they'll talk shit about TSM incessantly, as I will. And then if TSM wins, they'll talk shit about how Cloud9 forever second place, eat a dick.
Well, yeah, if TSM win, you'll see how bad I reacted when TSM beat this, actually came back in that game. Actual, literal dagger went through my heart. I was like,
it's fine.
Jungler went up 3 levels and threw it. I'm like, this is unacceptable. This is just competitively unacceptable.
God damn, I got salt in this omelet right here, but it's nothing compared to how you were after that game.
Oh my, okay guys, he's just throwing shade. But that's pretty much it, guys. Like I said before, we're gonna be doing more analytical content like this moving forward. So also we're gonna be doing the LEC content next week, but the LEC is taking a break this week, so me and T are gonna be handling all of that. Next week, because we only have 2 best of 5s this week, so it's only gonna be TSM versus Team Liquid, Cloud9 versus 100 Thieves. That's it until next week, where the losers of these matches will face the losers down there in the losers bracket. And then whoever loses out of those matches is out, and then the winners of that move on, and then as you guys can probably figure out the rest of that. Other than that, I just want to make sure I tell you guys, like the videos, that greatly helps out. I guess share them with your friends and subscribe if you haven't.
Subscribe, hit the bell icon to get notifications if you haven't.
That's true. Also, after this, we got to record I'll get about an hour till the fan cast anyway. So, yep, that's pretty much it. Also, anybody that has any problems with anything that we say, there's a Discord link in the description box below. If you want to ever join and be a part of these kind of things, hey, come in, put up or shut up. That's all I got to say. Oh my god, people don't know. You're silver analyst? I'll be a silver analyst. Why don't you come in here and say that to my face?
Yeah. I mean, and you can talk about the game no matter what your actual skill level is, because tons of people talk about football, right? But I don't see them playing in the NFL.
Then again, why did I think of that logic? Why did I not think of that? Why are you being so mean to Redditors? That's our future viewers, a bunch of just Reddit people.
I hate Reddit because I'm one of them.
But that's pretty much it, guys. I genuinely don't think 100 Thieves has really been playing that well. I mean, you've heard the players talk about it. They literally benched Demonte, and I really don't think that's gonna make them better, because you're factoring in this. Ryoma's just not as good, and you're not really getting anything different. You do that kind of thing because you're getting an upgrade. You don't do that kind of thing and get less. That makes no sense. He can play mages better. I don't think so. I mean, maybe. Demonte was going 0-4 on his rise, but he was still making more of an impact than Ryoma has.
Yeah, I understand. Here's the thing. He was doing fine when you guys were working around a strategy that worked for them. They have gone away from that strategy. and stop trying to make it work. Like Twisted Fate is still a viable champion.
Everyone still picks it. It literally everybody still picks it.
Yeah, but they just don't want to make it work.
Imagine, like, some people said, why don't they try the playstyle with FPX when Doinby's playing, like, Rumble, Nautilus mid, shit like that?
What? Not... Damonte is not fucking Doinby.
Also true, yeah, people keep saying, why doesn't he play like a Doinby playstyle? Some people just aren't good at that style either. He has to figure out what style is good for him and integrate that into the team. That's what needs to happen. People need to understand that. It's like, I believe they should play that playstyle, but that's not what they probably think is good, you know? And I even said this. I know I said this. You were there too. If they had a better mid laner, would they be a much more stronger team? People say, yeah. No one, I don't think, dislikes Damonte and doesn't think he's a good LCS mid laner. But if you're being honest here in terms of title and like titles you want in the future and championship aspirations, you just need a better mid laner.
Yeah, let's be honest. If PoE was on 100 Thieves,
oh god,
they would be
just gone.
They would be the 1 or the 2 seed next to Cloud9.
That would definitely make them easily around top 4. Even if they had someone like who's good in the LEC, give them Humanoid. My god, you know how good they'd be with Humanoid? They'd be insane. Like, or Larson? Give them Larson. Holy shit.
Yeah, they're literally a mid laner away from being an NA super team.
That's it. All I think 100 Thieves need is a consistent good mid laner. And initially I thought that was going to be Damonte. But I guess they decided, they were like, okay, we'll just try Ryoma. And Ryoma is just not that good. Like, can we be honest here? He's just not that good.
Maybe they were banking on one of these rookie mid laners panning out this year so they could trade for him.
Definitely won't be Palafox.
Nope, unfortunately not Palafox.
Neither a Blaze Olive.
Not a Blaze Olive. Revenge turned out. You know, that was a good
that's a top laner.
Rookie. Yeah, it's a top laner.
Unfortunately,
they needed a mid laner. That's the way the cookie crumbles in the rookie game.
They got that golden glue guy here. He's pretty good. Here he won a ton of titles, right?
Yeah, he did. He won a
lot of participation trophies in the LCS.
He won my heart as well.
All right, guys. That's pretty much it. Yeah, that's it. I'm glad you guys enjoy the match prediction content. When the actual season starts, I know you guys like that as well. We're gonna be doing predictions like this specifically for those best of ones of that day, like we did in the past. You know, I know a lot of you guys miss it. It's gonna come back. I'm trying to get my feet wet with doing this again after after like matches for playoffs go, or we'll also have the, thoughts and opinions on, that series as well. So yeah, you guys will be getting more and more content. Just want to obviously, change some stuff up. Stuff was feeling kind of stale. So, gotta always change it up. It's just like a marriage. Gotta always change it up in the bed, or your wife will leave you and start sleeping with your brother.
Ooh, hits too close to home.
What the hell? All right, guys. See you guys later. Like, comment, subscribe. Most of all, enjoy. And I am signing out. Please. Holy fucking shit.